Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. So technically this is my first video of this channel. I have another one, but I decided that this content is very different from the other ones, so I decided to split like my content in two channels. One is about me and like my travel through a way to be more happy and like a person who is more in peace with herself. And I hope this channel can help you to try to find the strength to just to find the strength to follow a path that can really make you happy, while the other one is about my faith, we can say that, like my spirituality, and I would love it to be a channel in which everyone can say what he thinks or she thinks, and just I would love it to be a channel for everyone. And so I don't want to use that for this type of content because it's very different, and I don't want to mix things up. So what is this video about? This video is about my travel to Marrakech. It's been already like 2-3 weeks that I'm back, so I'm a little bit late, but I wrote down everything, and I have content for at least 4 videos because I have a lot to say. But for this video I just want to tell you a little bit what I did in these 5 days, so that you can have like an idea of what Marrakech is, at least from my experience, and about what you could do in those 5 days if you want to go to. And the other one will be one about 5 tips or 10 tips that I have if you want to go there, something that I wish I knew before going there. And there is another one about what you could do there. So those are going to be the videos, but for today I just want to tell you my experience because it was very funny, and I loved it and it was at the same time beautiful, refreshing, lightful, and also shocking. So stay with me if you want to know more about it. So it was an adventure, it really was. And the start was already very explanatory because the first thing was happening before we started. I think we went there the 19th of March, and we stayed there for 5 days. So this day that we went, we ended up our work, and with we I mean me and my boyfriend, and we went to climbing because what can you do before a travel? You have to go doing sport. So we already have our class, so we didn't want to skip that, so we did that. We went climbing in a gym, and after that it was very late because it was after work. So we went out and we decided not to eat dinner at home, and so we decided to eat like during the travel through the airport. But I realized that I didn't have my keys, and why do I need my key to go to Marrakech? I don't have a home in Marrakech. That was because we bought everything that we had to buy, and we realized that to go to Marrakech you have to have your passport, and my passport was in my home in Pavia, and the passport of my boyfriend was in Bergamo, near Bergamo, where he lives. So our first trip was to go from Trento to his place to get his passport, and we also eat something, and then we traveled to my home in Pavia. We slept 40 minutes more or less in my home, and then we went to the airport. So that was our first adventure. Then we arrived to the airport, and we were like, I don't know, maybe 1 hour and a half, something like that, early. So we decided to sleep a little bit because it was a long day that we were up. And at one point I woke up and I was like, oh, there is a line in front of the gate, so maybe we have to go, no? We arrived there and we found out that the flight was not cancelled, but there was like I don't know the word in English, I will put that here, So there were some people that didn't want to work because there is some trouble in their work, so they want to make them loud and just to show up like what's wrong with them job. But that also meant that we risked to not have a flight, and also we didn't know what to do because no one was explaining us if we were able to go in some way or not. So we didn't know if we have to leave the airport or stay there and wait. So we waited, and luckily we waited because at the end, like this thing that I don't know the word that I already put there, end, and other people arrived, and so we were able to fly. This is the second adventure, and we didn't even started our real trip. So we were on our flight, and it was all beautiful, and I will put there some clips about the flight and also something about the waiting part, because there was the sunshine and like it was very beautiful. Maybe you can't properly see that from my video, but yeah, here are some clips of the travel. And yeah, after that we arrived. We arrived and we had no idea where we had to go, but we were very happy to be able to be there. So yeah, we made it to the hotel, and we found out that the hotel is very, very dirty, and I have not like a very high sense of cleaning and also I was not expecting anything extraordinary. I just didn't expect like a print of foot on my bed, and just it was very dirty. And if I can tell you that it's dirty, it's very dirty. So we looked like to each other and we were like, are we going to stay here for 5 days or are we going to move? Of course we stayed, and yeah, but we were already like, okay, we just have to sleep here, so that's fine, we just have to stay out all the day. That is what we wanted to do. So yeah, we arrived to the hotel. We were a little bit disappointed, but everything worked out good, so that was okay. I missed something. When we arrived to the airport, I wanted to vlog this travel, so I wanted to vlog the airport because it was very beautiful, really very beautiful, and I wanted you to see that. So I started recording, and not the police, but like the police of the airport arrived very angry and just told me to shut down the video and just don't film in there because it was forbidden. And yeah, they were very angry and very concerned about it. So yeah, this is the little piece that I cope doing. And I found out there that a lot of places and a lot of people in Marrakech doesn't want to be filmed. People doesn't want to be filmed, and places are just not allowed to be filmed. So you have to be very, very careful when you go there, because you can make people angry and you can also just make people uncomfortable. So yeah, I wanted to film more around people and around like the market and so on, but it was very impossible. So yeah, this is the reason, because I don't have a lot of video about it. And also it's like a tip also in this video, just try to understand when you can take out your camera and vlog or just film, and where you can't. Another thing that I forgot is that we changed our SIM in the phone, and which I mean my boyfriend, because it was not expensive, but it was 10 euros for 10 gigabyte, and we were like, okay, we don't need two phones, we just need one. So yeah, I also had to be very careful, because if I would have lost him, I would be lost in Marrakech without internet. But that was fine. We decided that we wanted to explore a little bit, and we started walking a little bit, and we arrived to some beautiful gardens, and I will put a clip here. After this beauty, we eat, and we eat something very good. And I should say that I am very picky with food, but there I really eat everything. There is no one thing that I didn't eat that I didn't love, really. I don't know how, but their cook is just amazing. I don't know, everything that I tried, I just loved it. Like everything, less the dinner, but it wasn't the first dinner, but it was not because of like the food of there, but it was because we eat at the hotel, and I think there was something wrong with the food. It was disgusting, really disgusting, but I think they made something wrong, because all the other nights at the hotel were not so bad, and they were okay and also good. So I don't know, everything apart that was incredible. So we eat, we go out, we walk, we go to the market, and if you go to Marrakech, you can read everywhere on internet that you have to visit the market. It's very beautiful. You have to go there with a clear state of mind, like no vlog, no video, no rush of walking, because you will be stopped every 2 steps by people that want to give you something, like in change of money, because they are selling things and they want to sell you their things. So that, and you also can't think about not getting lost because if you go to the market, even if you have Google Maps, you will get lost. So we were walking, we were getting lost, and we got lost in a place that was like free of shops. And it's very difficult because in the market you have very streets, and they are full of like little shops and moto that come through this street where people are, but it's full of shops. You just can't see anything else. So we were in the only point in which there was nothing, and we arrived to like a closed street, and there were like an art museum, something like that, and yeah, there happened something very crazy because we didn't get lost really. Like we knew that if we were keeping walking, we would have arrived in some place like sooner or later. But a guy saw us, and he asked if we needed a help and if we were trying to go to the main square. So we said yes, and he told us, oh okay, like it's not very far from here, you have to go right and right and right, it's all clear. And we were like no. So he was very kind, and well, in my mind he was very kind, and he was trying to help us. So he said, well, I will bring you there. So we were like, you can feel he's a good person. Also, you don't know the place, so you are conflicted, but we said okay. And we turned right, and we heard a moto, and I didn't heard anything else. Then my boyfriend has another version, maybe one day he will tell you. But my version is that I heard a moto, I see the guy like turn around and just walk the opposite direction, and I was like, yeah, the street is very tiny, so maybe he think we don't, like, we can stay all in the same place, you know. So I turn around too and I start following this guy, and then I see the moto that arrive where he is and say like, hey buddy, something like that, and put the hand on him. And I was like, okay, no, that's not good, because they know the guy, and I thought maybe they want to take our money or something. So we tried to just go away, and this is very Italian, sorry. So we just tried to go away, and after that I hear like, you have to come with us, and he was like, no, I don't want to. So I'm like, okay, they don't want us, they want this guy, and he was not doing anything. So I wanted to understand what was going on, and I wanted to help him in some way. And yeah, I didn't had to process what to do, because the moto arrived where we were, and also on the opposite direction there were 3 men. So we were like between the moto and the men, and I couldn't see that there was a street in the right. So it was like a closed street for me. So it was like, okay, we are dead. But the guy and the other guy in the moto, they started to say police, police, and also they talk French. Some of them English, a lot of them English, but for the majority French. So yeah, it was also a problem. And then they were saying police, police. They arrived, they showed this, and I was also more scared. And they were saying that this guy was trying to be a guide, and that he wanted to ask us for money, and he was doing like the long way to make us lost and make us pay for him, or I don't know what. And we were like, that is not true, because I could really see that there was a street now, and it was to the right, and we were arrived. So literally it was right, 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 as he said, you know. So he was right. No, sorry, that was not funny. So, and also he didn't say he was a guide. He just said, do you need help? And he was just like saying us the way we didn't understand. So he was like passionate, and he was like, okay, I will bring you because you are stupid and you don't understand. Like, he was not trying to fool us, I feel. So I was trying to say that to the police. Also, I was not very sure about what I was saying, because it was very like confusing, like a situation. And but they were not just listen to me. They were just, no, we are doing that for you, you don't understand, he's a criminal. No, they didn't say a criminal, but they say he wanted just to fool you. And I don't know, I didn't know what was happening. So I was not like, no, you have to leave him, and he didn't do anything. I was like, I feel like he was not doing anything wrong. I think he was not doing something bad. I already, like, I always said, I think, I feel, because I didn't know what was happening, you know. Also because they want to protect us, but we are saying he's fine. So it had no sense. Also, they didn't see anything. They arrived with the moto, they took him, and they, no spoiler. So I was like, you didn't see anything. I'm not denouncing anything. So why are you still convinced that he is a criminal? At the end, 3 men arrived to us, and they said, it's okay, you don't have to worry about him, he will be fine. I was not afraid him not be fine. I was afraid that he had to go to the police station without a reason. I didn't even question like him health, you know. And he was like, no, at the end he will be fine, at the end he will be fine. So we were shocked, like, at the end of what? And then we like, they brought him away, and so we were very shocked and also very guilty, because he was like, help me, and say I didn't do anything. And I was trying to say that also my boyfriend, but it didn't work out. They were not listening to us, and also just I didn't really know if he was not doing anything. I feel that, but also I was not understanding anything. So they brought him away and they told us that I understood 8 hours. My boyfriend understood 48 hours. He was going to be 3. And I was like, that's a lot. Also because he didn't do anything, at least that I noticed. So yeah, it was shocking and it marked like our first day. And so yeah, the rest of the day it was already getting darker. And we were like, okay, just keep walking. But we were not talking. We just were like, I don't feel he was doing anything wrong. No, me neither. But maybe, no, that's not my baby. You know, it was like 30 minutes like that. And yeah, all the way back to the hotel. Then, yeah, we came back to the hotel, and something very beautiful about Marrakech was like the sunset. In Marrakech, like, it was before the Ramadan, so like they were like they had the same hour of us in Italy, and at 9 something like that there was the sunset. So it was so late and so beautiful, and I was so happy because light is happiness for me. So yeah, we came back to through this sunset, and yeah, I was still thinking about the guy, but it was also very beautiful. We eat. It was the worst food that I even could, I don't know, that I ever eat in Marrakech. All the rest, I repeat, was extraordinary. I loved it. But the first, we were just, what is this? Also because we paid the hotel to sleep and eat the dinner. So we were like, it will be 5 days like that. It was not. But at that time, I thought it was. I don't know if I have some clip of this beautiful dinner, but if I have, I will put that here now. After this beautiful dinner, we went to bed and just fell asleep.